money's worth, and we want to make sure that you have that experience. The Talent Wealth communication starts with a conversation to get to know each other. So if you're retired or close to it, don't just take my word for it. Reach out to Mike Lester and the Talent Wealth team for your complimentary comprehensive financial plan. Call them at 916-545-6000, 916-545-6000, or go online at guardingyournestegg.com. Check it out today. You'll be glad you did.
Talent Private Wealth LLC. Investing in stock markets involves the risk of loss, and there is no guarantee that all or any capital invested will be repaid. Past performance is not a guarantee of future results. California license 0N00828. John McGinnis was compensated for this message.
Everyone loves to be outside, and so do mosquitoes. Protect yourself against mosquitoes and West Nile virus by following these simple tips. At least once a week, look around your yard and drain stagnant water from any containers where mosquitoes can breed. Remember to use an effective mosquito repellent, especially at dawn and dusk when mosquitoes are most active. Close all doors and be sure screens are in good working condition. At the Mosquito and Vector Control District, we're here to help. Visit us at MBytes.net.
Patrick here, and if you need to sell your home fast and you want someone you can trust, call my friends at Bridgehaven Homes. They buy homes as is for cash, and the whole transaction will be easy and completely confidential and private. No pictures taken, nothing has to go online, no strangers walking to your house, no nosy neighbors seeing pictures of your house online. Hey, give Bridgehaven Homes a call now if you need to sell your home. 916-545-2500. That's 916-545-2500. Bridgehavenhomes.com. Please tell them Patrick sent you.
Lathered up, ready to go. And of course, as we sit here this Sunday night, New York Times is reporting that the Biden family wants Joe to continue, and his events this week continue. He may take time off, which is all he does is take time off to change diapers and switch the drool buckets. And he may stay in Camp David through the 4th of July weekend. A week or 10 days before the debate, he was in Camp David practicing and resting up for that great performance Thursday night. And then he had a couple of appearances on, I think Friday was might have been North Carolina or Virginia. Then he did a fundraiser. Now he's back on vacation till after the 4th of July, to the 9th or the 10th. I contend the next 2 weeks will be the time when Joe Biden gets out of the race, because the media and the Democrats have lied to us every day for the past 4 years that we had a functioning president when we do not. Will he be held to account for that? Probably not. I want to play for you 2012 when Vice President Joe Biden teed it up against Congressman Paul Ryan, who's come out against Donald Trump. So Paul Ryan is officially on my list of a clown from Wisconsin, because a vote against or a non-vote for Donald Trump is a vote for whoever the Democratic interchangeable drill bit's going to be, and it's not going to be Joe Biden. So this is about a minute and a half long. This is 2012. Joe Biden in his prime against Paul Ryan. Danny Boy Gleason, get it.
Vice President Biden. Let me translate. Let me have a chance to translate.
I'll come back in a second then, right?
First of all, I was there when Ronald Reagan tax rates when he gave specifics of what he was going to cut. No, number one, in terms of tax expenditures. Number two, 97% of the small businesses in America make less than $250,000. Let me tell you who some of those other small businesses are. Hedge funds that make $600-800 million a year. That's they count as small business because they're passed through. Let's look at how sincere they are. Governor Romney on 60 Minutes, I guess it's about 10 days ago, was asked, Governor, you pay 14% on $20 million. Someone making $50,000 paid more than that. Do you think that's fair? He said, oh, yes, that's fair. That's fair. And they're going to talk about, you think these guys are going to go out there and cut those loopholes? The biggest loophole they take advantage of is the carried interest loophole and capital gains loophole. They exempt that. Now, there's not enough. The reason why the AEI study, the American Enterprise Institute study, the Tax Policy Center study, the reason they all say taxes are going to go up in the middle class, the only way you can find $5 trillion in loopholes is cut the mortgage deduction for middle class people, cut the health care deduction for middle class people, take away their ability to get a tax break to send their kids to college. That's why they arrive.
Is he wrong about that?
He is wrong about that. That's Joe Biden, at that point 68, 69 years old, somewhat coherent, back facts are wrong. Paul Ryan did a lousy job. Mitt Romney did a lousy job. But it was perceived in that debate that they were equal. That was Joe Biden, and he was the Vice President of the United States. Without notes, without a teleprompter, sitting at a desk, you might recall. Now here is Joe Biden as the president, not the VP, but as the president every day, doing a more difficult job than the CEO of Walmart. Danny Gleason, hit it.
Making sure that we're able to make every single solitary person eligible for what I've been able to do with the COVID. Excuse me, with dealing with everything we had to do with. Look, if we finally beat Medicare, we find housing for Black Americans. The impact of the choice, the idea that they're going to, I'm proposing that everybody, they pay, the millionaires pay 1%. So no one I've not raised the cost of Social Security for anybody. I got my handicap, which when I was vice president, down to 6. And wants to get away with, get rid of the ability of Medicare for the ability us to be able to negotiate drug prices with the big pharma companies. When I'm going to do fix the tax system, for example, we have 1,000 trillionaires in America. Billionaires in America. No one was hurt. No one Israeli was accidentally killed, and it's just stopped. And I'm going to continue to move until we get the total ban on the total initiative relative to what we're going to do with more border patrol and more asylums.
Now, why would the Obama clan, knowing ahead of time that would be his performance, put him out there? Unless there was some ulterior motive. And the Bidens right now are feuding with the Obamas. The Bidens are saying, why did you put Joe out there knowing this was going to take place? Anita Dunn and Ron Klain and Susan Rice. Why would you put him out there knowing this was going to happen? They could have soldiered through the media. The media liars would never actually objectively report the truth about Joe Biden. They do not demand news conferences. They do not demand one-on-one interviews. They demand nothing. Why would they do it? Well, they did it because they want him out of office. And the Bidens, Dr. Jill Biden and Valerie Biden, his younger sister, and Hunter Biden, who needs a pardon, now understand they're feuding with the Obamas. And they're going to do their damnedest to hold on as long as they can. One of the worst things he said, I want to get to the calls and stuff. One of the worst things he said was that no American soldier died under my watch, lost his life under my watch. And Gold Star families who were at Hell's Gate in Kabul, Afghanistan, 13 brave soldiers put in an untenable position by Chairman Milley and by Fitzpatrick and by mainly Joe Biden. According to the military, they recommended not to leave Afghanistan that way. There was a way to leave the right way, not that way. How does Joe Biden, who stood there as the C-5A transports, had 13 flag-draped Americans dead off those planes that took about 40-45 minutes, looking at his watch constantly? How did he not remember those 13 dead soldiers at Hell's Gate in Kabul, or the 3 who were killed or murdered in Jordan, or the 2 Navy SEALs? Because he has no memory. How do we have a president in office that cannot discharge the duties? As an American, do you believe tonight, on this Sunday night, that if there's a crisis occurring, that Joe Biden could be awakened, having suffered from serious sundowner disease as an Alzheimer patient, and respond appropriately to what's happening anywhere in the world? Of course not. And the Jonathan Carls and others of ABC, they know exactly how mentally impaired this guy is. The only way they win is for Joe Biden or Michelle Obama to win the presidency. It's not going to be Joe Biden. He's done. And it's going to be Michelle Obama. Coming up later, we have Chris Cuomo of News Nation. They've covered this story like no one else. They do it every evening, Monday through Friday, under the leadership of Sean Compton. And I've developed a bit of a bromance with Chris Cuomo. I'm going to ask him the question. His brother Andrew Cuomo knows everything about New York City, New York State politics, even though he was, in a sense, removed from office under spurious charges, I might add. But nonetheless, Andrew Cuomo knows everything about New York politics. Would you agree? Well, he said on Bill Maher that if Donald Trump was not running for the presidency, that none of these criminal or civil prosecutions would have occurred. He said aloud what Democrats know. They have to act as if former President Trump has committed numerous crimes, has misvalued his properties, and sexually molested Jean Carroll. And the Democratic Party supplied the lawyers in the background on all those criminal and civil investigations. But Andrew Cuomo, the governor, former governor, and his father Mario Cuomo and Chris Cuomo know everything about New York politics. And he made public what everyone knows privately, is that this is politically motivated to get Donald Trump out of the candidacy and unelected. They can't talk about the greatness of the presidency of Joe Biden. They cannot do that, and they can't put him out there for interviews, but they can smear and defame Donald Trump at every chance they get. They're running on a few issues, which is abortion. Abortion is not an issue much anymore at all. I'm a practicing Roman Catholic. You know what I think about abortion. The killing of healthy unborn babies is awful. Last year, there were more abortions in 2023 than in 2019. Right now, abortion is ubiquitous. Abortion pills fly across the country. 70% now use abortion pills to kill their unborn healthy babies instead of a surgical proceeding. The economy is in the tank. Inflation is up about 20 to 25% since Joe Biden took office. Crime is rampant. Crime statistics are down, but crime itself is way up. Immigration is an unmitigated disaster. The Democratic warfare and lawfare against Trump has been laid bare by Andrew Cuomo and Bill Maher, not exactly conservatives. Their foreign policy is awful. Right now, the four evil horsemen of the apocalypse, North Korea, China, Russia, and Iran, are looking at the great debate on Thursday night, having said, whatever we're going to do, we've got to do it now. We better not wait until that guy gets into office in January, in which case we're in trouble. Healthcare costs are rampantly going upwards because 20 million more Americans are using the system that you're paying for. That means the quality of care that you receive is less, and the cost is right through the roof. Try to buy a house recently or rent an apartment? Did we prepare for 20 to 30 million more illegals to enter the country that generally get free housing, compliments of the federal government at your expense? Does anyone know that if the interchangeable drill bit, the Democrat, continues on this path, that we're going to have anywhere from 50 to 100 million more human beings entering this country over the 4 to 8 years that Democrat's in office, in which case America will cease to exist as we know it, and the Democrats are in lockstep, but on the losing side. The Democrats are a pack of dogs that follow the leader. Republicans go every which direction and express their opinion. Do you think any Democrat is going to do a magical switcheroo and secure the border and end the unmitigated illegal alien crime wave? Do you think that's going to happen? Do you think somehow they're going to bring back deferred action for childhood arrivals? Do you think Biden's expanded asylum and remain in Mexico policy is going to occur? I don't think so. Well, let's continue. Take a short break, then we'll take your calls. If a line becomes available, 866-647-7337. Up later is Chris Cuomo of News Nation. Up later is Congressman Brad Winstrup. He's a doctor about the mental state of Joe Biden. Up later, of course, is Wayne Allen Root. All Bill Cunningham with you every Sunday night.
Power Talk, 1460 and FM 101.1. If you've got a military, first responder, emergency medical, or government service background, GovX.com is for you. You stepped up to serve our country and communities, and GovX delivers unbeatable deals that you've earned. GovX members get access to exclusive discounts from thousands of trusted brands that honor your service. Brands like Oakley, Vortex Optics, Yeti, Under Armour, and many more. You'll also save big on sports tickets, entertainment, and travel. GovX.com is a one-stop shop for everything you need on or off duty. GovX donates a portion of every order to nonprofits that serve the military and first responder communities. More than 8 million people are already saving every day through GovX. Visit govx.com and use code radio15 in the shopping cart to get an extra $15 off your first order. GovX, savings for those who serve.
Judge Napolitano here. Can you believe the chaos we're facing today? Government is out of control. Spending is out of control. And the dollar is dying. It's just a matter of time until digital money replaces cash. It's coming fast. So you need to get educated in other ways to invest and preserve the wealth you already have. Start now by calling Lear Capital at 800-927-2400. Get their free report, The Tipping Point. Learn what rising debt and a digital dollar could mean for your retirement. Do what I did. Buy gold from Lear Capital to protect your wealth. Over 25 years experience, thousands of 5-star reviews, and a 24-hour risk-free purchase guarantee. Lear is whom I trust when I buy gold. Get the report and up to $15,000 in bonus gold with a qualifying purchase. Call 800-927-2400. That's 800-927-2400. 800-927-2400.
Hi there, it's Pat Walsh, and this month American River Flooring is featuring their incredible painting services. How do I know they're incredible? Because they painted the inside of my home, the outside of my home, and it looks fantastic. Get compliments from my neighbors all the time, really change the look of the place. You know, you may not realize that American River Flooring is your one-stop shop for flooring, cabinets, painting. You can trust them to do a fabulous job in your home like they have in mine. Plus, if you schedule your interior paint job with American River Flooring and Painting before March 31st, you're going to receive $100 off every common area and $50 off every bedroom. Hey, give them a call, schedule your no-pressure, free in-home consultation. They can help you with any design and color tips for your paint job, and they're going to give you an honest and fair quote, I promise you. American River Flooring, 916-961-6100, 916-961-6100. Go to AmericanRiverFlooring.com or visit them, 8510 Madison Avenue in Fair Oaks. And if you do, would you please tell them Patrick sent you?
Hi there, John McGinnis here. If you're thinking it's time to turn your retirement dream into your retirement living, you may be looking for a financial advisor to help put it all together. What should you expect from a financial advisor? Well, Mike Lester believes one of the most important things is communication. Mike is the founder of Talent Wealth, and he believes that too many advisors are collecting fees and commissions, but doing very little to work for their clients. Mike doesn't believe that's fair. In fact, believes that you need to get your money's worth, and he wants to make sure that you have that experience. At Talent Wealth, communication starts with a conversation to get to know each other. So if you're retired or close to it, don't just take my word for it. Reach out to Mike Lester and the Talent Wealth team for your complimentary comprehensive financial plan. Call them at 916-545-6000. 916-545-6000. Or go online at guardingyournestegg.com. Check it out today. You'll be glad you did.
Talent Private Wealth LLC. Investing in stock markets involves the risk of loss, and there is no guarantee that all or any capital invested will be repaid. Past performance is not a guarantee of future results. California license 0N00828. John McGinnis was compensated for this message.
Dawn or dusk, I'm on the hunt. Skeeter here, Sacramento Yellow Mosquito and Vector Control District, and I'm wearing Skeeter Vision, night vision goggles that light up skeeters at dawn or dusk like the 4th of July. Mosquito, 12 o'clock. Got 'em. So fight the bite by wearing long sleeves and pants at dawn or dusk when they're most active. Apply insect repellent and drain stagnant water. It's a breeding ground.
Dawn or dusk, the Sacramento Yellow Mosquito and Vector Control District reminds you to fight the bite. For more information or to report problems, go to fightthebite.net.
Patrick here, and if you need to sell your home fast and you want someone you can trust, call my friends at Bridgehaven Homes. They buy homes as is for cash, and the whole transaction will be easy and completely confidential and private. No pictures taken, nothing has to go online, no strangers walking through your house, no nosy neighbors seeing pictures of your house online. Hey, give Bridgehaven Homes a call now if you need to sell your home. 916-545-2500, that's 916-545-2500, or go to bridgehavenhomes.com and please tell them Patrick sent you.
You know, I've been saying it for years that Joe Biden is mentally incompetent, covered by the media, not doing their job whatsoever, and that he's not going to be the nominee of the Democrat Party. I bet so many hot fudge sundaes with everyone that'll make the bet with me that he won't be the nominee of the Democrat Party because They put him out there early to prove it to everyone that he's a loser. He's been a loser most of his life. He's not a good person either. Looking at his record, I went over it with you about 45 minutes ago. That is not a good person. And as far as being a good president, are you kidding me? He makes Jimmy Carter look like FDR. He's been a terrible, lousy president, and the media's covered for him, including Morning Joe, who looked like his dog died Friday morning, who said this is the best, this is a brilliant, unbelievable Joe Biden. This is the best version of Joe Biden there's ever been. They'll talk to Ashley Biden and the hair sniffers and the Tara Reeds and the bagmen all over the world picking up money for Joe Biden. If that's the best guy we got, we're in trouble. Let's go to telephone calls. Joe in New Hampshire. Joe in New Hampshire, welcome to the Bill Cunningham Show. Joe, how are you?
Hello, Mr. Cunningham. It's been about a year since I got through to you.
Yes, sir.
There's a few things I really need to get through, and Wayne Allen Root's your guest later. I really want you to ask him this question.
Let me write
First
it down.
thing
Hold on,
about,
let me write it down. Go ahead.
Okay, the question is, I noticed during the debate 10 minutes in, Joe Biden took his hand while Trump was talking, and he didn't scratch his ear. He put the middle finger over where, you know, the ear opens up above the lobe, and he pressed down for 5, 6, 7 seconds. And then when I reviewed the debate yesterday on YouTube, the whole, 90 minutes or thereabouts, he not only did it at the 10-minute mark, he did it again at the 40-minute mark. He took his middle finger, his right ear, and he just pushed down and held it there 5, 6, 7 seconds while Trump was talking. So whatever was in his ear became loose because he was getting all kinds of, instruction while Trump is talking, so he can give whatever answers they were telling him to give. I'm 99.9% certain of that, and I think Wayne Allen Root might already know, or he could investigate that.
Well, Joe, the other thing is, if you prepare for a week to 10 days for those moments, and assuming you have a very small embedded device, you're getting signals or information, and having all that wrapped around, and that's the way you perform, we're in more trouble than I thought. There's something called sundowners. Axio has a story up about this. I don't look at Axio a lot, but if you look at it, sundowners, if you have an older family member that's elderly with Alzheimer's or whatever it might be, mentally diminished, that when the sun goes down, they get worse. And so they put him out there, loaded with information, probably talking in his ear. He's got a raspy voice because of all the Adderall he was on. He was pumped up with caffeine, and his mind like short-circuited. He didn't know where the hell he was, and he couldn't talk. The clip of Joe Biden in 2012 and the clip